And now Kingston face Sunderland in the Carlsberg Championship final. Kingston had to beat Bracknell 83 points to 72, while Sunderland, after 2 periods of overtime, managed to beat Manchester 111-106. The Kingston team is always star-studded, and in number 7, Alan Cunningham, and number 12, Micah Blunt, they have 2 6'9" players who dominated in the semi-final. They always rely on the little man, Alton Bird, though. Here he is at 5'8". He made 9 assists in the semi-final, but always saves his best for the finals. He considered himself a big game man. Sunderland, what a great performance they put up in the semi-final. How nice to pick up number 4, Kenny Nottage, as a key player. He hit 3 shots in a row in the second period of overtime to lead Sunderland to victory. But Sunderland also have their little man, Russell Saunders. There he is. He made 34 points, and a tremendous performance from him. Not more so in scoring the crucial foul shots that kept Sunderland in the game at a crucial time. Saunders versus Bird, what a prospect in store for a cracking final.
And we pick it up in the second half. Kingston playing from right to left are in the dark vests.
54-53, Sunderland retaining a slight lead. 13 minutes to go in this final. Micah Blunt's having a storming game, Roy. He's really turning it on now, and he's controlling the inside.
Yes, Mike. Yeah, great move here. That was Cunningham and the turnaround jump shot. Micah Blunt has actually taken up the slack that has been left over, because Terry Mangum is doing a good job in a man-to-man situation on Alan Cunningham, but not on that particular occasion.
Lead changing hands now quite regularly. Kingston lead by 1. And they get possession from that loose rebound situation. Substitutions for both teams. It's going to be a close end to this game, and both coaches want fresh players at that vital end period. Now is the time to substitute. Craig Lynch, cool customer, but this would be a magnificent performance if he can beat the mighty Kingston. He knows it. Joel Moore with the ball, Kingston on offense. Martin Clark finds the position, makes the basket. 3 points the margin, 5 points for Martin Clark. Kingston lead by 3, and they go into pressure defense. There's Martin, he loves that position. Nice pass inside, and he fades down to the corner, little jump shot. Good play by Martin Clark. Saunders trying to take the pressure for his club, but perhaps forcing the issue. Yes, Colin Gerrard had a little think about that, didn't he? And to his eternal credit, he gave the right call.
Great refereeing. What Colin did then, he had an actual videotape replay in his mind. Now, which team knocked that ball up, and he came up with the right decision. Great refereeing.
Big rebounded by Micah Blunt. Joel Moore away. Sunderland struggling to find the basket. Alan Cunningham. Colin Kirkham gets a hand to it, and Wilkes robbed of the ball by Micah. He keeps his hand up, and Colin Kirkham and the referee got tangled then, and Colin Gerrard, no problems.
What we saw then was a great example of North-East grit. Sunderland are renowned giant killers in this championship final. They've been here before, and they've won before.
What a nice
Colin
pass.
Kirkham, and he draws the foul.
.57-54, Kingston a slight lead, 3 points. The lead's changed hands many times in this final, and I'm sure it might again quite soon. Kirkham, club player, tremendously loyal, played with Sunderland for many, many years. Big moment for him, loyal club man. Kenny Nottage, how nice, he goes across to him and says, don't worry about the first one, Colin, make the second one for the team. And he can't quite do it. Joel Moore. 11 minutes to go in this final. Mike Griffiths fires, but look at the rebounds coming in now for Kingston. Alan Cunningham takes the rebound, he draws the foul. Scott Wilk holds his hands up. 4th foul for Scott Wilk. He knows how important. Watch Cunningham, look at the distance he comes from. He takes the ball and he tempts Wilk into that foul. Wilk might think he took up good defensive position there, but umpire Malcolm Heath says it's a foul. Alan Cunningham on the foul line there, you know, he's beginning to dominate now. 15 points, 9 rebounds, and he's really making a great second half performance. 5 out of 6 from the foul line already, so we expect him to make these shots.
Yes, I think it really hurt Alan Cunningham when he wasn't selected for the All-Star team this year. Last season, he was the league's most valuable player. This season, he wasn't even selected. That hurt his pride. He's out to prove something in this game, and he's taken the game by storm in the last couple of minutes.
Well, we're not sure what's happening at the moment. The referees are in negotiation with the table. It seems to be a problem with the score, electronic problem. It's been corrected now. Kingston lead 59 to 54, 11 minutes 49 in the second half of this final. Cunningham on the line, and he maintains his record from the foul line. Russell Saunders facing pressure. 60 points to 54, Kingston lead. 6 points, probably the largest margin we've seen so far, and Sunderland desperate for a basket. Saunders draws the foul. That was a clever move by Russ Saunders. He's tried to force the issue a little bit in the second half, but on that occasion, he cleverly drew the foul and he gets the foul shots. If you do struggle from the outside and you can't make a shot, it's a good idea to go inside and try and draw fouls. Saunders makes Kingston pay. First points of the second half, though, for the little man. 34 points in the semi-final. Good work by Russell Saunders. Paul Stimson with the ball. Joel Moore, 2 England colleagues. Joel goes through. Open layup. Nice move by Joel Moore. He's carrying a limp, but that was great. Look at him find the space, slides his body through, delays in the air, almost a triple jump, and makes the basket. Nelson the fouls at the other end. A little bit of desperation in Sunderland. That's his 4th foul for Steve Nelson. And substitution for Sunderland. Steve Nelson there, his 4th foul in. That must play in his mind now, Roy.
Yes, Sunderland are playing a tired game at the moment. Perhaps we're now seeing the effect of that long semi-final. They had to play 50 minutes, whereas Kingston had a reasonably easy time against Bracknell in their semi-final. At the moment, Sunderland look fairly jaded.
Nelson finds the space. Stimson almost makes the steal. Brian Calder in the game. Another loyal Sunderland servant. Nelson with the jump shot. And he finds Clyde Vaughan, and Clyde draws the foul. I think that was a change of mind by Steve Nelson then, but Sunderland got away with it. Quick team talk. Clyde Vaughan, the man of the moment for Sunderland. 6'4", 16.5 stone. Favourite pastimes boxing, and I wouldn't like to be the man facing him. Substitutions. Mike Griffiths leaves the game. Martin Clark comes back in.
The Sunderland have to hang on. They find themselves 6 points down with one of their big scorers, Scott Wilk, sitting on the bench on 4 fouls. This is a key time for Sunderland. They have to get through the next few minutes and hope that they don't give Kingston too big a lead so that they can launch a major assault in the final minutes of the game.
20.6 rebounds now for Clyde Vaughan, 62-57. Kingston maintaining that slender lead, 5 points. Man-to-man defense from Sunderland, and Alton Bird calling the play. Here he goes. Micah Blunt, a long way out, thinks about the shot, changes his mind. Good pressure defense by Sunderland. They've stepped up the defense now. Kingston's struggling to find the shot. Shot clock going down. And that was unfortunate for Sunderland because they played such a great defense, and then Terry Mangum, impetuous foul against Richard Scantlebury. 3rd foul for Mangum. And Richard Scantlebury to take the foul shots. Terry Mangum there, 3rd foul. He won't be pleased with that one. He really had Scantlebury in bad position.
Fouls are now taking their toll. We have Nelson on 4, Mangum on 3, Wilk on 4, and it looks as though Wilk is coming back into the game. Coach Lynch cannot afford to have one of his main scoring threats sitting on the bench, despite the fact that he's on 4 fouls.
7 points for Richard Scantlebury. 64-57, Kingston holding on to this lead. 10 minutes remaining in this final. Clyde Vaughan misses the basket completely, and it might be that tiredness factor. What a nice pass by Alton Bird. Richard Scantlebury draws the foul. Calder picks up the foul, and it's Richard Scantlebury who will make the foul shots. Timeout is called, but in between times we see that little push in the back there. Scantlebury fouled, and good fast breaking by King.
I'm talking about run. This is the first time this boy done ran all year. We run, we gonna have something. All right? Now, we just talked, you got Calder. Are you the big time help man? All right, let's go, babe. We need the 2 free throws. We just keep working up the court, man on their ass. Just keep manning them. Let's go, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, sir.
Rebound, keep rebounding, baby. No, we straight man.
Nice, simple instructions there from
Paul,
Coach Cadle. What he's asked his players to do is to up the tempo. We're going to run at them now, he says. He's recognised the fact that Sunderland had that long semi-final. They're a tired team. Now he's going to really take advantage. He is now going for the jugular.
7 points the margin for Kingston, and both teams have led it by 7 points at some stage in the game. And Richard Scantlebury falls short. He could have made it the largest lead of the game. Come on, Richard, says Alton Bird. Let's do it. OK, Alton, says Richard. 8 points the margin. Now, Sunderland. 65-57. Saunders. Steve Nelson. Tightly marked by Paul Stimson. A lot of pressure. Brian Calder under pressure as well. And there's the errors of fatigue, and Alton Bird so quick to take advantage. Richard Scantlebury, 6'6" London boy, tremendously athletic. 67-57, slowly the lead builds. Here we go, Sunderland. Tremendous blocking inside. Scott Wilk, they need him so badly. Scott Wilk, 14 points. He's so important to them. Here he comes, he takes the rebound, protects the ball, uses the backboard, glances it into the hoop. 8 points the margin. Scott Wilk, tremendous semi-final performance. Kingston, 67-59. Only 9 minutes remaining in this championship final. Micah Blunt under pressure in the corner. What a nice pass inside to Martin Clark. The big man, he can, not only does he shoot well, he plays well. And Martin Clark, the great finisher in the game. Watch this pass as Martin Clark breaks inside. Beautiful play by Kingston. Championship performance basketball. Alton Bird's not happy. Alton Bird's not happy.
Coach Cadle knows when to turn the screw. Alton Bird there looking very disgruntled about that foul call. Coach Cadle knows when to turn the screw. He's introduced that big man, Alan Cunningham. Cunningham's come back into the game, and he's going to play inside that painted area.
Alton Bird, such a great character, you know. Basketball should be fun, and Alton makes it fun. He's experienced, and he's intense, and he works hard, but he can also smile. Russell Saunders makes the first. 4 out of 4 for Russ Saunders from the line. 69-60. 69-61, the lead's back to 8. Sunderland hanging on through their bad phase, waiting for the good phase to come. They know that it must come before the end of the game. Joel Moore. Alan Cunningham. Micah Blunt. Nice fake and a beautiful move to basket. Referees have ruled it a charge. It was excellent basketball by Micah, but the defensive cover was so good. Watch the defensive help come from Clyde Vaughan on the far side. Watch him come in now. There he comes, and he causes Micah Blunt to charge into him. Good defensive play. Team foul trouble for Kingston, so therefore Sunderland going to the line. Terry Mangum, one-on-one. Important foul shots for Terry Mangum. 4 points in the game for Terry Mangum so far, and he makes it 5. Nottage. Saunders, nice fake. Finds the space, finds the basket. Good work by Russ Saunders. 16 points for Russell Saunders, 71-62. This is how he does it. Watch the fake, finds the space. Lovely shooting. Joel Moore. Oh, nice play by Joel Moore. He had to go over the 6'8" Scott Wilk, and he did it. Nottage under pressure. Foul's called. Richard Scantlebury. Too much pressure, Richard. Third foul for Scantlebury. And because Kingston have already committed 7 fouls in this half, Sunderland will go to the line. This is poor play by Kingston, Roy, because Sunderland are scratching around for a field goal, and to send them to the foul line continually will play into their hands.
That's right, that was pretty good pressure defense there. Richard Scantlebury forced his man Kenny Nottage to the sideline, but then unfortunately didn't take up a correct defensive position. So he gives him the opportunity to score 2 points from the line. He gets the front end of the one-on-one. Let's see if he can get the back end. That puts Sunderland only 8 down, and they're going through a bad phase. Coach Lintz is playing a waiting game at the moment.
Alton Bird looks at the clock. He sees there's 7 minutes and 48 seconds left. His team are leading by 7. Kenny Nottage goes up to 14 points. Alan Cunningham finds the shot, but not the basket. Good rebounding by Martin Clark, and what a good outlet pass. And there's a battle under the rebounding board there. Kingston come out with the ball again. This is bad news for Sunderland. In the first half, they held their own rebounds, and now, as they tire, they're giving Kingston second chances to score. Alton Bird. Can he make amends? Yes, a little bit more effort on the shot, and off we go. 11 points for Alton. Terry Mangum. Referee Gerard gets Alan Cunningham somewhat excited. Has a quick talk to him. Alan says something in response. Not happy is Alan. Sunderland ball. 75-66. Kingston holding on to their lead. Nottage under pressure, 2 against 1. Pressure leads to mistakes, and there's lots of them. In basketball's version of a scrum, and see how quickly Malcolm Heath was in to make sure there was no illegal contact there. Calms things down, brings them back for the jump ball. Well done, Malcolm Heath.
Good refereeing there from Malcolm. Also, great pressure defense from Kingston. Sunderland at the moment cannot buy a field goal. They're scoring everything from the foul line. They cannot get 2 or 3 pointers. Kingston are just desperate to get their hands on that ball, and they will dive on it, take the skin off their knees and elbows. They really want that ball badly.
Jump ball, Colin Kirkham wins it, taps it back out to Clyde Vaughan, who's just entered the game, and Clyde comes in with 2 points immediately. That helps. Craig Lynch, happy with that. Oh, beautiful pass by Alton. The little man sends the ball into Martin Clark. Here it is, watch this pass. He finds the open man, a little turnaround jumper. And what makes that more significant is that Scott Wilk fouled Martin Clark. Number 14, White, leaves the game. That's a real blow to Sunderland. Scott Wilk, the 6'8" American player, sits at the end of the bench, disconsolate. He's now out of the game with 6:33 left. Only 8 points, virtually no rebounds, a disappointing final. He knows it. He knows it. He's a professional player. He had a superb semi-final, but tonight was not his night. Martin Clark.
Despite the fact that Martin Clark missed that bonus shot, Sunderland now have the proverbial mountain to climb.
Clyde Vaughan, perhaps the man for the moment, number 5, Nottage. And look how the pressure stepped up by Kingston. There's scent blood. Every man marking his man tightly. Mike Griffiths is called for an off-the-ball foul. And that will mean that Sunderland go to the foul line in the shape of Clyde Vaughan. Some discussion goes on between the Sunderland team, but it's Clyde Vaughan to shoot.
What's that? What's that on Griff then? We're cool. Hey, it's Terry shooting. Yo, hey, that's the wrong shooter there. He set the screen. He set the screen. Hey, block
Smart
out.
work. Now that's what you pay coaches for. Sunderland slipped Clyde Vaughan into the foul shots, and Clyde scored so many points, he's hot. And it was Terry Mangum actually that should have taken the shots. Good work by Coach Kevin Cadle.
Coach Cadle has actually played for Kingston this season, and he's running up and down the sideline. He's getting really involved. There he goes down the sideline talking to his players. He's almost playing as a sixth player.
77-69 the margin. Joel Moore commits an offensive foul against Russell Saunders. That was poor play in the number 11. Happy about that. So, 5 minutes 56 seconds left in this all-important championship final. 8 points the margin. Kingston holding on. Sunderland struggling. Kenny Nottage in charge for Sunderland. And there's the strength of Alan Cunningham. Tremendous rebounding. Colin Kirkham commits the foul. Kingston possession. And that's 17 fouls for Sunderland, and that means that they too now are in trouble if they commit fouls, sending Kingston to the foul line. Alton Bird. Very difficult to mark is Alton Bird. He's small, he's quick, he changes his direction, he changes hands on his dribble, and invariably he draws the foul. Nottage picks up his third foul. All three have been committed against Alton Bird, and Alton to take the shot. Important shots now with the lead so slender. Time's running down. Both teams will compete this rebound if the ball does happen to come out. You'll see both teams charge in and try and win this ball. Tough under there. But no mistakes by Alton. 13 points for the little man. Sunderland possession. Desperate to find some fluency in their attack and somebody who can put the ball in the basket consistently. Kirkham. Of course, Clyde Vaughan's the man they look to, number 5. He's the man that's having the big game for Sunderland, but Kingston know it, and they're denying him the space to get the ball. Russell Saunders having trouble getting the ball in. Again, Sunderland get the ball, but struggling somewhat.
Right there.
Sunderland are even struggling to get the ball in play. Such is the pressure of Kingston's defence. They are denying the pass into the court, and they're denying cutting players, and they're forcing Sunderland to take an off-balance shot.
Basketball's version of an own goal there. Saunders' shot hits the rim. Alan Cunningham enthusiastically rebounding, but let's see if, yes, he actually puts it back in his own basket. 79-71, 8 points the margin. Nottage fouls again against Alton Bird. 4th foul. Kenny Nottage, great semi-final, a good final so far, but he's tired and he's playing against Alton Bird, and that's not easy for anybody.
Smart play there from Alton Bird. He's content to pick his points up in 1s and not 2s. Drove the baseline there, very little intention of shooting. All he was looking for was the foul on Nottage. Now let's see if he can capitalise on that in this one-on-one situation.
Colin Kirkham picks up the rebound. Good news for Sunderland. Now Sunderland, let's find a shooter. Russell Saunders, come on. You're the main man. No way through the big men of Kingston. Clyde Vaughan, off the rim.
Stay on it.
Good pressure by Kingston. Nottage, Clyde Vaughan again. League's most valuable player, and he can't find the basket. Kingston come away with the ball. 4 minutes, 20 seconds left. 8 points the margin. Kingston in the commanding position. Sunderland perhaps needing a timeout. Kingston controlling the whole tempo of this game at the moment. Martin Clark. Good points from the corner.
All right, listen up, huh? Proceed. Take a break. Listen, fellas, listen. All right, it's 10. Listen, first of all, 10 minutes. 10 points in 4 minutes. We can get it. We're going to have to push the D out a little bit. I don't know what you got, but whatever you got to give me. All right, we got to look to create some pressure on these guys and double team a little bit. Coming down here, we still got to run something. We got to be a little bit more patient and get a shot off. Everybody's got to work. Look about getting something inside. Come on, fellas. Hey, come here. Russ, come here. Listen, fellas. Hey, listen. This is all about having some guts out here. We can still win this game. When we go out here, we play this game as hard as we can until the last thing goes up. Come on. Hard work. 1, 2, 3, hard work.
That's what's called a motivational timeout. There's a great saying in basketball, winners never quit and quitters never win. And one thing you cannot ever accuse Craig Lynch of being is a quitter. He wants this desperately.
Well, if a week's a long time in politics, 4 minutes is a lifetime in basketball. So Sunderland, every opportunity to win. And Kenny Nottage, what a fine performance by Kenny. 16 points for that man, 81-73. Here he is, Russell Saunders feeds off, and Kenny Nottage from way out. Good work. Alan Cunningham, he's had a great second half for Kingston. Paul Stimson. Micah Blunt. And 3 seconds is called against Kingston. That's a good move. And a quick pass by Saunders finds Nelson. And great defensive work by Micah Blunt. That's a tragedy for Sunderland. They had an open shot. Micah Blunt, great athlete, gets back to block it. 8 points the margin. Kingston holding on. Every effort now by Sunderland. A lot of hard work off the ball there.
Everything down here, I swear to God.
Craig Lynch is in problems with the referees there. He's tense and he's walking away from them and talking to the crowd. Taking a drink, Craig, calming down. Okay, he's got the ball. Sunderland in possession. 8 points the margin. Come on, Sunderland. What can we do? Russell Saunders from 3. He makes it. What a big shot. Well, at last, we've waited for Saunders to wake up. 21 points for Russell Saunders. Look at the distance on that shot. Under pressure, and he makes it. That's a big shot for Sunderland. 5 points the margin. Clark on the inside misses the shot. A rebounding battle. Clyde Vaughan wins it. Valuable work by Clyde Vaughan in there. He's only 6'4", but very strong. He'll take shots because Micah Blunt fouled. His 5th foul for Micah Blunt. Clyde Vaughan, number 5, what a great job he did on that rebound because he's taken Micah Blunt out of the game. 12 points for Micah Blunt, 9 rebounds, but he has to leave the game with 5 fouls. Is the game swinging to Sunderland, Roy?
I feel that there's just a possibility. Now, that was a key call. Blunt was proving very valuable to Kingston because he and his 6'9" frame was making Clyde Vaughan shoot from a long way out. Now, that obstacle is gone, and we got a rebound and another foul.
It's a great rebound by Steve Nelson there because Vaughan missed the shot. He takes Joel Moore out of the game because Joel Moore has had 5 fouls now. He must leave the game, 13 blue. And there's a disappointed Micah Blunt. He's had a fine final, but Kingston really do need him in the last 2 minutes of the game, and he's not going to be there to help them. But Steve Nelson on the line. These are big shots for the young Englishman. Good shot. Margin down to 4. Can he make 2? Good man. Margin down to 3. Joe Moore fouled out. Again, disappointing performance, but he does carry a very bad ankle injury. Now Alton Bird and Kingston. What are we going to do about this situation? Alton says, I'll take responsibility. Oh, wonderful work by Alan Cunningham. Bird misses the shot, Cunningham tips the ball in. Here he goes, watch Cunningham come from the outside, number 7, there he is, over the top of everybody. Beautiful tip in with his left hand. Kingston, Nelson. Good basket inside, Mangum there. Everything's tight at the moment. Alton Bird with the ball. 2 minutes in the game remaining, 3 points the margin. What a wonderful final. Alton Bird, the coolest man on court. Finds Mike Griffiths in his favourite spot, but no space. Alan Cunningham draws the foul against Terry Mangum. Impetuous foul there. 4th foul for Terry Mangum. There he is. It's a difficult job for him marking Alan Cunningham. Terry's 6'4", and Alan Cunningham's a good 6'7". Alan Cunningham, great influence in the second half. 18 points, but the more significant factor for this great athlete, 17 rebounds. And perhaps that's been the vital element in the game. 2 out of 2 for Alan Cunningham. And Kingston pressure. One minute, 46 seconds, Nottage. Sunderland desperate to find opening for the basket. Steve Nelson inside, leans in. What a good move. Great move by Steve Nelson. He's only small, but what a quick little move inside. Watch this nice move inside. Slides through the gap, rolls the ball into the hoop. 85-82, Kingston lead. 1 minute, 25 seconds left in this, the Carlsberg Basketball Championship Final. Alton Bird, what can he do? He's saying, leave me some space. Not this time, Alton. Clyde Vaughan, big rebound. Russell Saunders, three-point shooter, supreme. No space this time. Steve Nelson finds that gap again. Too many big men for Steve. Kingston get the ball. Alton Bird in control. 56 seconds left in the game. Alton Bird. 85-82, 3 points the margin. The clock's running down. Alton knows that. He's looking for some space inside, but he's running the clock down. Alan Cunningham gives it back to Bird, finds the gap, and draws the foul. The last thing that Sunderland wanted to do then with the clock running down and Kingston having to shoot was to foul. 5 fouls for young Steve Nelson. He's disappointed, he's near to tears. 5 fouls, but what a great game he's had. Drawn into that foul there by Alton Bird, the clever professional. Good young man for the future in England, this boy.
What smart play there from Alton Bird. On the shot clock, there were 3 seconds left, which means that Bird had to either draw a foul or take a shot. He chose the latter, drew the foul, and now they have 30 seconds and this to take a shot.
Alan Cunningham gives the ball to Alton Bird. Alan Cunningham voted man of the match, we've heard. And well deserved. 20 points, 18 rebounds for Alan Cunningham from Kingston. 3 points the margin, 18 seconds. Sunderland desperate for the ball. Alton Bird knows how to play the game. Run the clock down. Shots. Oh, wonderful play by Alton Bird. Not only did he take time up, but he can make the final shot. 87-82. Sunderland desperate. Travelling call, and it's sideline ball Kingston. 1 second left in this championship final, and it's gone Kingston's way. They're congratulating each other. Totally happy Kingston bench. There he is, Kevin Cadle. Thanks team, he says. And they've called time. 87 points to 82. Coach Kevin Cadle, ecstatic. He's won all 5 major championships this year, Kevin Cadle. Clean sweep for the Kingston team with this little man in charge, Alton Bird. Fine victory for Kingston, but a wonderful, magnificent performance from Sunderland. Clearly the underdog. What a great game Craig Lynch got out of the Sunderland team. To take the mighty Kingston to 5 points, a remarkable achievement.